with all of the principles that I've been talking about for 100 videos on this platform. Self-depreciation is a misguided tool for the AFC. AFC stands for average frustrated chump. Okay, that's an acronym in his book. For the average frustrated chump, and not something that would even occur to an alpha. Okay. So now, if he wants to get his wife back, there's another video that I've done on this platform. You can actually literally search for it on Google. Just search for Man of Prestige, 7 things to do to get your ex back. And these are sizable books. They are minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one, you just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author, and those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that, with you right now, and it's basically rule number 1. Iron rule of Tomassi number 1: frame is everything. Always be aware of the subconscious balance. It's not the conscious. See, a lot of people are talking from their conscious. This is why I tell people all the time, common sense is a terrible guide to life, because common sense does not factor in subconscious. It just doesn't. It factors in the pragmatic factors, the pragmatic variables. But there are things happening behind the scene. There are things that are happening behind the scenes always. We call them subconscious, right? Always be aware of the subconscious. How are you going to be aware of the subconscious if you don't learn how to shut the hell up sometimes and listen long enough? Be patient. Time, patience, consistency. Well, time, patience especially, right? Relax. Listen a little bit deeper than what you're hearing physically. How are you going to learn that if you're busy talking and you're getting all of this unnecessary attention from 13.3 million people? Always be aware of the subconscious balance of whose frame in which you're operating. He's operating in her frame. Everything he's been doing is just to get attention from, I don't know, Kim Kardashian ultimately, I guess, but by way of 13.3 people. This will always fail. He's breaking that rule. Now, if you try to start obeying this rule right now, that means you back off from mansplaining yourself. Again, this morning, while I pulled up to the Sir Hill show, we talked about mansplaining. There was a young man that I kind of told him, like, stop mansplaining, and it was misunderstood at the point in time, which I did have a chance to explain what it means. Mansplaining is when you are explaining with respect to a need to be right. When somebody is talking to you, you already have your response for them before they even land. You're not processing what they're saying to you, but you're more so you're trying to be right. You feel the need to be right. You need them to you need the person you're talking to come on your side and see how right you are, right? And that overwhelms everything you're trying to say. And we can read that from 10,000 miles away. That's what mansplaining is. It's different from opening up and speaking up, right? That's 2 different things. I want men to open up and speak up. But with respect to listening, you have to listen. You have to listen long enough. And especially to your lady. Listening doesn't make you less than. It just put you in a seat of power. If anything, it puts you in a position of strength, because now you have ammunitions that you can use to create the results that you're looking to create. I didn't finish reading. Always be aware of the subconscious balance of whose frame in which you're operating. You're always operating in somebody's frame. The question is it your own frame? Are you getting triggered off of your own frame? Right? I think we can safely say that Kanye has been triggered off of his own frame, not only by his wife, but also with the potential mate that the wife is speaking right now at this point in time. All right. Oh yeah, please don't forget. Let's make sure. I always like to play this. All right. Let's go to rule number 7. Iron rule of Tomassi number 7. It is always time and effort better spent Developing new, fresh, not random, fresh prospective women. Like if your woman says no, they don't want to do anymore, you're better off building, okay, spending time, effort, right, developing new, fresh prospective women than it will ever be in attempting to reconstruct a failed relationship. I know this one really doesn't make common sense, unfortunately. It sounds like, you should fight for his family. No. In fact, one of the best ways to fight for your family is to showcase your value in the marketplace. You showcase your value as a man. Show that you don't need another human being to be a man. She's watching. She's watching. She's more so watching your actions more than what you say. A lot of people, when they say they're fighting for their family, they're talking about them running their mouth or posting random, stupid, attention-seeking posts on the social media just to get attention of thousands of people, millions of people, and the wife. And what you're doing is you're creating embarrassment for her, and you're not allowing room for God to work on her, right? So it's always better. Time, effort, okay, better spent developing new, fresh, prospective women than it will ever be attempting to reconstruct. The attempt to reconstruct, you try to force a relationship to build. It doesn't work like that. You have to attract it. How do you attract it? A lot of that is you have to lay back, relax. Does that increase the chances that she will get with a Skeet Davidson? No. It will increase the chance that she will see that that little boy is a little boy because you give her time to process things, right? That dude is gonna eventually hate Kim Kardashian, just the same way that August Asina hates Jada Pinkett right now, Jada Smith right now. That's precise. It's predictable. I see it happen all the time. Okay, but you're not gonna allow that to happen fast enough if you're busy looking for attention for yourself as opposed to working on yourself, right? Let's continue. Rule number 7 continues. Never root through the trash once the garbage has been dragged to the curb. See, the garbage is not necessarily Kim Kardashian. It's that relationship that they had is dead. Even if they build something new, it has to be brand new from scratch. It has to be clean slate. This is something that we teach people in marriage all the time. If your marriage is in a place of crisis, that marriage is done. You need to build a brand new one. Yes, potentially with the same person. Yes, possible. But you need to build a brand new one. Why does it go there and say, hey, I bought that coat? I bet you're saying, I did this for you. I did this for you. Because it's getting stuck in the past. And she's gone all the way into the future already, even if it's not the right move, right? Let me see. Did I finish that? Because okay, yeah, I did. Continued. Iron rule of Tomassi number 7. You get messy. Your neighbors see you do it. See, people looking at crazy people, they can't tell from the outside. They just see everyone as crazy, right? Even though if you're out there trying to fix it and stuff like that, they can't. The public can't tell. They see it as crazy, right? You get messy, your neighbors see you do it, and what you thought was worth digging for is never as valuable as you thought it was. That marriage, especially, if you don't look at it as Kim Kardashian or the woman, because again, women will hear this and they think it's an indictment on women. No, it's not. It's on that relationship is dead. There's a reason why that relationship is dead. It's a function of both of you. Both of you did something wrong. At least wrong for the relationship. You know I don't like the word right and wrong. You should know that by now. And what you thought was worth digging to is it's never worth it. Just the first thing is to back off, right? Okay, so let's go to 9. Let's go to 9. The other rule he's breaking. He's probably breaking all of the rules, but these are the ones that I feel he's breaking. Iron rule Tomassi number 9. This is what I mean when I say people tender unsolicited apologies. The best apology in life is change behavior. That's it. And change behavior takes time, takes patience. So most men don't have the patience. So they approach things from a standpoint of, let me just try to fix it. And that's why you see all of those posts. It's basically crying out for help. Please help me, you know. And that's not going to work. That's not going to work. We know that's not going to work, right? We know factually that's not going to work. It sounds like from a Cinderella story. You've seen that in the movies. It works, right? Just get on bended knees and beg. And just beg. And then she'll come back to you. Bullshit. She won't. You're embarrassing her. and it may take her time. She's moving further and further away. You're scaring the shit out of her, and she's running further away from you, right? And you're probably gonna end up in the manosphere crying like a bitch. I'm sorry. All right, so this is a case of death that you self-initiate, and is the antithesis of the prize mentality. Self-deprecating, when you start to tell the whole world, I'm less than, I'm less than. That's what you're doing when you're mansplaining. I'm less than, I'm less than. I need to explain myself, even though you're saying, no, but I did it because of this, I did it. Shut the hell up. Back off. Go work on yourself. Be patient. Be okay with the fact that, yes, you're taking a risk. She may be gone forever. Yeah, she may be gone forever. All right. So let's continue here. Once you've accepted yourself and presented yourself as a complete douche, either intentionally, which a lot of people in the manosphere do, or unintentionally, a lot of good guys do that by apologizing unnecessarily, right? There's no going back to confidence with the woman. See, what a woman wants is a confident man. That's it. Okay? Because it makes her feel safe and secure. Why? Because it makes her feel safe and secure. Okay? A woman, I know you don't like to hear this. I'm about to say something completely. A woman's primary need from a man is not your stupid ass version of honesty and faithfulness. She doesn't give a shit at the end of the day. You could be faithful and honest all you want. If it feels wrong on that end, you'll lose your woman, at least temporarily. That's a fact of life. Okay? That's why you say, yeah, but I try to do the right thing. Why do you keep hearing people say men always try to solve the problem? Because that's not what she's looking for. She needs to feel heard. It's much more important to her than you solving the problem. And if you don't know that, you cry and bitch around the internet because of that, that's your fault. See, I don't like using the word fault, but that's your fault now. If you've heard me say this before, that becomes your fault now. Okay? It's just the way it is. We didn't design it the way. The woman didn't decide it that way. They're not being deliberate. We like to put too much attention on she's deliberate. Listen, there are deliberately evil women out there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a typical situation. All right? I heard somebody said earlier today that, good people are the anomaly. I don't think so. We wouldn't live in a healthy society if good people are the anomaly. Okay? I think bad people are the anomaly behaviors, but just outrightly, inherently. Excuse me. All right. So there's no going back. If anything, once you've accepted, okay, never appeal to a woman's sympathies. Right? When Kanye is posting on social media, I want my family back. Some people are a little bit more direct with their apologies. Apologies a little bit indirect, but it's the same thing, right? All these people are fighting for my family. They love me for fighting for my family. Yeah, that doesn't work like that. Emotions don't work like that. Emotions work opposite direction, oftentimes. Okay? Never appeal to a woman's sympathies. Our sympathies are given by our own volition, never when they are begged for. If you're begging for it, it makes her feel unsafe and insecure. This is the real definition of a simp, a soy boy. Not the bullshit that you hear all the time. Anytime somebody take a time to listen to somebody that's a simp to you, you sound stupid. Don't get out of the manosphere space because you sound stupid in public. Okay? Maybe to everyone in the manosphere, you sound like you know what the hell you're talking about. Not in real public. Don't say that outside. Okay? Don't say that outside. All right. Yeah, I'm throwing a little shot here and there. Women despise the obligation of sympathy. A woman they don't like the fact that you make them feel like they have to make you feel good about yourself. Most women, typical women, don't like that. That's unattractive to them. They don't like that you put them in a position to make you feel better about yourself. They like the idea that you already feel good and great about yourself before you come in their presence. Either we're talking about you just met her yesterday, or we're talking about 25 years marriage. It's the same thing across board. Okay? That's what's attracted to women. That's not necessarily something they will admit to. That's the whole point of attraction. It's something inherent. It's inside. It's innate. Okay? We're talking about arousal when we're talking about romantic relationship. What makes her feel aroused is not always what you think is right is not. Okay? All right. Let's keep going. Iron rule of Tomassi number 9. Nothing kills a rouser. See, I didn't even know that was coming because I haven't memorized this. I just thought it was fantastic. Nothing kills a rouser like pity. Just think about it, right? She needs to pity your ass now. She needs to be rational. She needs to think like a man. Nah, she don't work. It doesn't work in real life. She wants to do that when she wants to do that, not because you manipulated her to do it. Women are smart. They can do these things. But when you put yourself in a position to try to make them do it, it doesn't work because it's not authentic, right? Even if you don't seriously consider yourself pathetic, right? It never serves your best interest to paint yourself as pathetic. Don't do that. See, a lot of time when you tender unsolicited apology, you're indirectly or subconsciously, or I don't know, it's not direct, painting yourself as pathetic. And there's no way a woman can be attracted to that. It just doesn't work like that. Okay? And last but not least, still part of iron rule of Tomassi number 9, self-depreciation. It's not deprecation, depreciation rather, sorry. You could tell that I haven't really internalized this. I will be using this heavy, okay? I'll be using it, right? But it makes sense. It aligns with all of the principles that I've been talking about for 100 videos on this platform. Self-depreciation is a misguided tool for the AFC. AFC stands for average frustrated chump, okay? That's an acronym in his book. For the average frustrated chump, and not something that would even occur to an alpha, okay? So now if he wants to get his wife back, there's another video that I've done on this platform. You can actually literally search for it on Google. Just search for Man of Prestige, 7 things to do to get your ex back.